Hello, YouTube. Hi, peace and well wishes, reflections. I hope you guys are having a stimulatingly purposeful Saturday today. I'm actually just stopping in to sort of welcome you guys to this week's Expression of Self moments. We're all of a day late with this today. This particular segment is based on, I guess, something I thought on, I guess, a few days ago. It was sort of a we are not our hair, because life is so much more than just the exterior aspect of, what we see physically manifesting itself. But yeah, I just wanted to stop in with you guys to apologize for missing yesterday's review. Okay. Business developments have, I guess, taken place. It's been a little bit on the go constantly, but I've already expressed that to you guys before. I'm generally quite a busybody, so apologies to you guys for that, sincerely. But it is for a good reason, because there is a lot more to sort of come from, how this movement's going to develop and where I sort of see it going in the future. So I'm really excited. It's actually really good time for the business itself at the minute. So hopefully there's enough of us to be able to, I guess, embark on this part of the journey together and start the congregation and get some stuff going. And that, I guess, also brings me to my next apology. My next apology and an opportunity to go deep, because I haven't managed to, I basically keep up with the bars as such, as far as the 10-day challenge itself, just because I've been so busy, and I think it was just probably just bad timing. I know now I'm a little bit more aware that it was probably just bad timing of the month to really be embarking on that sort of journey. And I'm going to get a little bit more into what I mean when I say that it was bad timing of the month as well. That isn't just something that's an issue or a reflection of my life and my circumstances. It's, stuff that affects everybody on a day-to-day basis. So, going a little bit deeper into, I guess, the intentions for the movement, I did a meditation before I sort of came and sat into this live feed, just to sort of get my mind right and get my energy sort of present and in the moment as well. And I guess the aim, just because when I initially had the idea for this segment, I thought it was going to be something a lot more different to what the, I guess, meditation revealed to me. So just putting it out there, the intention of this movement is really for the ascension plan. That's what I feel like behind the scenes I'm trying to develop. That's what spirit wants to let, I guess, free and create openly. So I'm just, I guess, being the vessel to allow this to come to manifestation. We can work together to make that happen. So just going deeper into what I mean when I say the ascension plan, it basically involves a lifestyle program, which is what I'm developing at the minute via my website. So definitely be sure to check out that link that I've provided to the lifestyle products and services aspects of my website. That's definitely going to be growing, guys. There's so much more to come for that and from that I'm just super excited to actually be able to share some stuff with you guys in the future. So yeah, great stuff is going to be taking place there. So you definitely want to bookmark that somewhere on whatever app is like the main go-to, because it's definitely going to be useful in time to come as well. Obviously I am, I guess, more of a spiritual expression. That's just how I look at it, because it's probably a lot easier for me as well, being a Pisces, it's a little bit easier for me to be grounded in the present, as well as being a bit of a dreamer. So it helps for creativity, definitely 110%. But the Ascension plan is basically something that's going to look after the mind, which is basically the non-physical aspect of self, and where the process of creating starts. I believe, thought happens and action pursues itself afterwards. So I believe that's, definitely important for the process of creating, because every thought has the the capacity to be perverted of some sort. So these are how, I guess, perversions develop themselves into negative circumstances and act out in our lives. So the mind is definitely a great place to really be sound in and look after during the process of creating. And it also, the Ascension plan also sort of deals with the body, the physical being. There are going to be tons and tons of products that are going to be offered via the website, as well as, my other affiliate sites for the, I guess, the partnerships that I'm coming into work with. These products that I'm really going to be, I guess, promoting and pushing forward, I will be doing reviews on as well, because this is something that I want to do to utilize my own, I guess, ascension, and change myself into what I would ideally like to see from others. And I do 110% want to make that my lifestyle. So this is just a great opportunity to allow me to be able to do that and provide you guys something in the process, as well as I go through giving these products their credibility. And can I say, just touching on this, the bar that I have been trying, the crisp bar on the site, it's actually been really good. I'm super bummed that I haven't managed to get around to doing it, but like I said, I've just been so busy trying to get some stuff to you guys and really trying to get this movement in a course, on a trajectory where it can actually develop into something and really just flower and blossom. So my bad, but I am going to be getting that done for you guys next Friday. And I also understand now why I didn't do this particular feed for you guys earlier on this week, because I actually wanted to do the We Are Not Our Hair segment earlier on throughout the week. So perfect timing on this. I'm sure it's on the cards that this is perfect timing. So yeah, just looking after the body itself is really important for the process of creating. If we are, putting bad or negative things into the vessel, then it's like a machine. If you're putting the wrong parts into the wrong fixtures on a machine, it's obviously not going to function to its full capacity. So that's what I truly believe for the process of the ascension. And I have been sort of looking to source products that I do want to bring to you guys, because these are products that I'm personally interested in myself, and I'm open to suggestions on anything else that may be of use throughout this process, because I really do want to be able to develop something that is going to be suitable for the journey itself. Okay. And I guess the actual, body is also, it's something that really, I guess, allows us to be able to create, as a manifested form of the divine. This is how he communicates through us to the universe, back to himself, I guess. And it's important that we give ourselves the most positive, I guess, trying to find the words to put it out there, but it's important to really make sure that we set the right intention out into the universe. And by the things that we consume, we are doing that as well, because if we're consuming something that isn't necessarily for our best intention, the universe will take it as such, as that's what we're trying to express, and we will continue to create in that way in that regard. So it's really important for that aspect as well. And then there's also, really going to, I guess, the core of where it all starts, where life itself happens, because it's the reason we wake up every day. So looking after spirit as well, which is, I guess, the starting point of the program. Because if you have a look at my website, it is mostly a spiritual aspect of life living itself out. So that is definitely a main aspect of the Ascension program. So, it's really a case of spirit, which is the energy source of life, the energy source of living in full evolution of self. It's really something that has to do with how we're able to visualize, taking it back to the mind, because spirit has a desire, then it communicates with us through our mind, and then the body reacts. So it's important that we understand what spirit is trying to convey to the mind so that the body can act accordingly, as opposed to, in what's I'm getting this word. Sorry, I also do readings and stuff, and I'm getting the words. I'm sort of getting a channeling, picking up the information. So it's more or less just an opportunity to get from one point of self to the next, and really be consciously aware of what's taking place and what's transpiring as it sort of as life happens whilst we do that. So I really believe that this program is going to be something for generations to come, and I want to develop a congregation for this. So if you're interested in being a part of the movement, definitely contact me. If you're just interested in seeing how it all unfolds, subscribe, like, comment, share something. Let's get an interaction going, because I feel like we're finally at the cusp of something new and going into a different direction. I feel like we've done enough, I guess, calamity and hatred and self-sabotage, and just really not acting within our best interest, and putting, the best for ourselves sometimes out in the universe, let alone for anybody else. So it's looking at how some of us create, it's not, I guess, a big surprise to sort of see where we are, and that includes myself as well, because I do know, obviously, we're all human, so things are going to happen. Sometimes we do sort of get thrown off course, but it's really about how we get back up, that really sort of says and defines the character that lies within. So yeah, I think this program's really going to help, as far as just little things that happens on a day-to-day basis. It will sort of allow us to get to a point of open discussions where we're not so, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it, sensitive. I feel like we're in a very sensitive society at the minute. Everything is really quite emotional, because people don't necessarily have control of their emotions, because we're constantly being vultured by all the things that's going on around us. People are constantly trying to consume our energy. So I do understand that there is, an emotional strain, but I think it's a great time to move into something new. And with me being able to get this plan and program together and really be able to provide you guys with some products, and there's going to be a lot more to come, as I said. So it's really a case of, check out the website to get more info on the stuff that I do as far as the products that I offer. And, I do services as well from a spiritual aspect as required for the journey. And some of the services that I do offer are dream interpretations, which is a personal favorite of mine, because it's always interesting to sort of see what messages you pick up on that side coming back over here. So yeah, I love to be able to get insight on what potentially is going to be transpiring in my physical, I guess, creating And that's a great way to be able to do so as well. And it's a great way to be able to communicate with the angels as well, which is another, I guess, service that I offer, angel card readings, which again, it's really, when I say angels, it's more a case of positive forces that are able to communicate light, which is information, through spirit. So, angels are there to guide spirit openly so that the external can be conveyed as intended, if that makes sense. It does to some. So for those people, I would like for you to obviously look a little bit further into some of the things that I'm saying, and let's really start a discussion on this, because I really believe that, we can get ourselves to the point of being open about who we truly are, and being comfortable in being in our authenticity. And I think that would just be an amazing time and a great space to live in. So I'm excited to get from here to that point of ourselves as a people. And I also, obviously, with me doing the angel card readings, I do those on Ask the Answer, which I am logged in at the minute, to be fair. I'm logged in at the minute, and I'm just sort of in consultation so I can get this video out to you guys quickly, because like I say, if I didn't take this moment now, I don't actually know when I'd be able to get the expression of self moments across to you. And I know that consistency is key for, the ascension process. You have to be consistent with the next phase of self that you're trying to create. So I'm trying to take the opportunity. Yesterday was too manic, but today is just about right enough for it to happen for you guys. And it's a decent enough time as well. I've still got, just under 4 hours before we're into the next week, because tomorrow is obviously Sunday. So baby steps, we'll get there. Eventually it will be perfect. But yeah, I'm logged in on Ask the Answers doing angel readings at the minute. My pin over there is 600142. You can come through to me for an angel card reading, I guess wherever you are across the globe, and that would be able to give us the opportunity to meet and have a discussion and see what your angels would like you to know for, I guess, your current situations, career, love life, financial circumstances, just whatever you feel like is troubling you right now. I would be more than happy to help. It's actually a genuine passion of mine. So be sure to give me a call, or you can even just hit me up directly via my website as well, because I do services through there as well. You can book your appointments through there, and we can really decide, how we are going to, I guess, embark on our relationship together and getting to know each other that way. Okay, so that's super awesome. Some of the other things that I do as well, with the angel card readings, I like it because it's basically a reference to synchronicities, which are basically just steps that are taken in the universe as universal coding. So this happens, and that means that this is a follow-up reaction. So every action indeed does have a reaction for that initial thought. So that's also, again, why it's really important how we create, because everything is always, I guess, as it should be overall, for the overall betterment of the individual. So as long as we believe that and feel that at the deepest of our core, it will manifest itself externally as such. And the other aspect of some of the other services that I do is shadow working. And that's a little bit more complex. It sort of involves Reiki, prayers of manifestation. I also do, I guess, with the shadow working sometimes, there are tools that are provided for the process. So if you need to, there are meditation programs that I do offer as well. There are, readings that I do for the individual to sort of see what is going on deeply, because I'm an empath as well, so that helps for my angel card readings. It's more a case of connecting to the emotional aspect of what's causing this individual to, live out their life in such regard, if this is against their intention type thing. And I guess, we also sort of check for the astrological transit of the individual as well, which is also really great. I actually just had an ascension transit just gone last month on the 23rd of January. So that's actually why I'm a little bit more comfortable in this space as well, because I'm finally, business is coming into fruition. The thought is now coming into action. Life is now coming into being as far as me elevating into that next state of self. So yeah, I think, I'm going to be the best example for you guys of exactly what it is that I do when I talk about these things, because I'm on the process of working towards becoming my next best self as well. And this is a great place to be able to do that, so that you guys can see the results and how that manifests itself as well. But numerology is also another sort of source that I use, and again, that's how I was able to get confirmation of the astrological transit as well. So these are just little things that definitely has helped me throughout the process of understanding my ascension. And it was important that when I give back to the world, once I get to where I want to go, the things that I can give you guys, I already or am on a journey of, utilizing myself. So yeah, I also, provide the individual with, I guess, stones as well are great tools, has been a great tools for me. I've actually got my little protection rock that I, stopped in and showed you guys on Monday for the meditation sessions. So yeah, that's also actually going to be taking place on Facebook Live on Monday. So I am going to add the Facebook link there actually, so you guys can like and follow the page, and follow us as well on Instagram, because we are always sort of putting out, I guess, motivational godly quotes. It will seem more from a, I guess, religious or Christian aspect, but for me, it's more a reference of the Christ-like state of consciousness, and obviously Christianity being Christ, I am eternity. It is one of those things where it's just a clearer reflection of the message that I'm trying to convey. So it's not personal. I do and will be going deeper into, I guess, some of the other religions, because they have also been extremely useful to me. But yeah, stones are also really great for the process. They just, remove what needs to be taken and allow you to be prepared to make that sacrifice, so that God can bring what is now required for where you rightly are on the journey at that point. And I just think that it's awesome that another state of consciousness can really be, I guess, a rescue for us. And who are we to sort of turn down help? I mean, look at the state of what we've created, just living life on our own terms. So any help that I can get, I'm always open to it. And yeah, I now allow for others to be able to benefit from what I've seen that it can do for me. Again, all the stuff is on the website. The stones aren't up just yet because I'm currently, again, I told you I've been having business development. I actually just had a shoot with my, a great friend actually that's, really developing her own sort of a business aspect that's about to change the world. And I believe in that 110%. Pay What You Can Photography by Natalie Lisa Johnson. I'm just going to get confirmation of the details here, actually. So, yeah, it's, you can check that out. That's, info@natalielisajohnson.com. She's really going to be, a saving grace to where we're able to, allow our creativity to take us. So she's working with me on the development of the branding of the website, and I've got candles to come because I make my own candles for the purpose of the meditations that I like to do. So there's just so much that's going to be taking place, YouTube, and I'm super excited. If you can't tell, I'm chatty. I've actually been chatting for far too long, but no, I'm just really excited. And I think you know, as far as like the crisp bar review that I was supposed to be doing, I'm definitely still, you know, on job to do that for you guys next Friday, seeing as obviously we missed it this Friday. It wasn't on the cards for us. That's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna make it a priority to get that done for you guys before I'm off to my charity job on Friday. So yeah, I will probably do that on a 5-day challenge review basis, because I did it 5 days before, actually, just before there became, you know, to be fair, what it was is that coming to the end of the month, there was a full moon, and there generally when full moons appear, it's sort of like the energies are high for closing out cycles that I guess were started at the beginning of that phase of self, which started at the new moon within that month. So that's what I meant when I was saying that it was the wrong time of the month. I just didn't have much of an appetite coming towards the end of the month. It was sort of like a suppressed appetite, and there's probably a lot of people that did feel that way and haven't actually no inclination why that was a thing for them, just knew that all of a sudden, you know, one day it's like, okay, I am up for eating everything around, and the next day it's like, okay, I'm not really feeling this. Everything that used to look so yummy was just like, So, yeah, I think it was bad timing, but I am definitely going to make it a priority for next week, because this week is actually a better flow of energy. It's actually a little bit more uplifting. And spring is almost here, people. Awesomely excited about that. So that we can finally get some sunshine, just some beauty, some radiated beauty, you know, from the sun to just keep us energized and keep us going. So I'm really excited at, you know, where the year's going to be developing and where it's going to be going. You know, I will basically sort of be doing a lot more on the Friday reviews, because it's not just going to be about these crisp bars. I'm going to be reviewing all the other products, the other goodies that I want to offer you guys. I'm going to be reviewing them to make sure that, you know, I'm prepared to try these things. I'm prepared to practice what I'm asking of you guys. So that's the intention that I'm trying to set and put out there into the universe. So that was, you know, 20 odd minutes leading into today's actual segment, which is what I want to use to end off, I guess, this little live feed. We are not our hair. That's today's segment. I mean, we're not our hair. This is just a physical aesthetic, you know, the physical appearance, the human body, which is basically just the energy form, the energy body, which is made up of the 7 chakras that allows us to create accordingly to how our emotions manifest itself, you know, and we're basically essentially the vessel used to express the purpose of consciousness just by being, and we're different reflections of, you know, the different emotions that we feel. And it's just important that we really understand and acknowledge and live in the space of realization that we all really and truly do bleed red. So, you know, everybody does want to be loved, you know. Everyone wants to be loved the same way. And I believe that we're here to learn, I guess, how to evolve into beings of understanding, you know, beings of compassion, beings of empathy, love, positivity. There's so many other different things I want to, I guess, use to describe what the universe felt to be able to, you know, be inspired enough to create all of us and breathe us to life. So yeah, I think there's so many different, I guess, other dimensions of thoughts and feelings that are basically actioned by just every single manifestation every day. So it's really just a case of, we are not our hair, you know. Be kind to your neighbor, because for one, they might actually be going through something and really need someone, and it would be awesomely amazing for you to be that vessel just when somebody else is in need. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in self, we forget to be there for others, and it's important that we, you know, put in the karma bank, because you might actually need someone at a time when you're going through hardship, and you haven't bothered to take the opportunity to be there for someone else when they needed you. So it really isn't fair of you to ask the universe to provide for you what you weren't prepared to sacrifice yourself. So, you know, definitely just want to drop that gem there into that space, and just let it sit with whoever it needs to resonate with. And also, you know, it's really a case of, what you give is what you will receive. And it's really a case of, you know, at this point, I'd really like to change the course of what I give out, because I want to change in what I receive, you know. And I know it's going to take a lot of consistency from me being this particular way, and this, you know, state of consciousness, this expression of self, to be able to get to a place to see it come to manifestation. But that's why I'm asking for help and support from you guys, you know. Let's change the course of our journeys together. And I am not my hair, nor are you, nor is the person that you might neglect. And sometimes that person might be you, reflected back to you in a different circumstance of where you might be, or have been, or presently are. And, you know, it's a case of high expectations on life means that we have to have high demands on ourselves for what we require to come to fruition to us. Like attracts like, law of attractions. I think that is the basic of terms that I can put it down is. What you would like to see is what you must be prepared to give. And, you know, we have to be the change that we want to see. And it's important that we start with self. And from there, you know, the compassion will come, you know, and the desire to change the world will also come from that passion. And the dream will basically sort of follow with, you know, hard work and determination. It's a case of that dream becoming realization. And this is, you know, putting in some hard work right now, because I'm supposed to be logged in, and I've been off for just over half an hour, but I'm gonna, you know, leave you guys with all that wonderful information. But I really just want to, you know, also just say, check out the site and see if you like the products, if there's anything that stands out to you, that sticks out. And if there is, hit me up, and we can even discuss the opportunity of you joining a team with me, and we can venture on this business prospect together. And, you know, we can discuss you making residual income even. It's something that I really want to develop as an entire lifestyle, because I don't know about you, but for me, I don't want to work to the age of retirement and then get to a point of still living as I did when I did work. I don't want to just live as a working class citizen for the rest of my life, basically. And this is me taking an opportunity to change my circumstances by literally being a different state of self and consciousness, and expressing that to the universe. And if there are like-minded individuals that are on that part of the journey that really do want to take an opportunity to, you know, let the universe give to them what they're prepared to work for, then I would love to hear from you guys, and we can really build something amazing with this journey. And if not, if you're okay and happy to, I guess do the 9 to 5 thing and live life, absolutely. If that's your best life, I am happy for you. And if you just want to check out the products and see what works for you, what doesn't, what you're interested in, what you're not so much too keen on, the reviews will be coming for you to be able to make a conscious decision, I guess, on that choice. But again, just let's make a change together, you and I, and anybody else that you feel would be worthwhile sort of benefiting from the journey, taking a new course. And we can see what we look like within and bring that forth externally by means of life, living in full evolution of self. Life is all about self, and I truly appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I want to be able to be in more surroundings of like-minded beings and like-spirited individuals. So I'm going to close off there and say peace reflections in the words of my fellow mentor, Nature Boy, and just say to you guys, if you believe in this just as I do, definitely be sure to comment, like, share, follow us on social media, comment on our stuff, and we can really develop a movement together. Okay, I'm really excited to see where this goes. And I'm going to close out by saying God bless you. Have a fantastic Saturday. And namaste. Good day to you guys. Mwah.